My name is Danielle Debley, and I'm going to talk to you today about photography in intercultural situations and on the missions field. So, what's the big deal about photography on the missions field or in intercultural settings? Does it make a difference? Is it really doing ministry? The answer to that question is yes. A lot of people have this misconception that photography on the missions field or in intercultural situations is a way to hide or not participate, a way to look but not really get through to other people. My challenge is to say that this is not true, that photography in and of itself is a mission and a way to minister. I've been able to be a part of several mission trips now for a few years. I've been to Haiti, India, Italy, and now I'll be going to Greece. And I'm very excited because I get to take my camera along and minister in my own way in my own field. A lot of people, like I said, think that this is a way to hide. This is definitely not a way to hide. Like we said, it's a way to connect, and connecting with your subject on a different level. There's a paper written by Gardner and Phillip talking about the missionary George Brown, who was a missionary to New Britain. He was one of the greatest photographers of his period on the field, and he used his photographs and his photography to establish and maintain relationships with the locals. The closeness of the subject and the photographer was the only way to get a truly wonderful picture. So this closeness was something that he cultivated between these local people that he was ministering to. And even though they weren't Christians, this opened them up to see a positive light in the Christian people and community. I was able to interview one of our professors, Professor Clark, who has been to many countries, over 25 I believe, and I was asking her about her experience of the camera and if it helped or hindered her ministry. And she said that it helped her ministry a lot. It's a way, like we said, to connect with the people that you're ministering to already in some different way that they can relate to more than just words or the gospel being spit at their face. This way of connecting really gets to people. It allows them to see themselves in a photograph, and it allows you to communicate and tell a story, to communicate the beauty that they have to the beauty that God sees in them. I love that part of photography, and that's why I do what I do. Another quote from Ketchum on the Manfrotto website says that photography is a very powerful thing that speaks across cultures and generations to remind us all of how we carry and have carried ourselves in this world. A picture is worth 1,000 words. You've heard that a bunch of times, but this is really true. A photograph is something that we can take and show people that speaks to them throughout time, throughout history, throughout the generations that come, of what we have been through, of what we will go through, about different emotions, situations, pain, happiness, joy, all of these things. Another wonderful quote by Farah Rodi says, "Photography is the here and now reality of a human situation that is already past. Every photograph is a resurrection from the dead, a past recalled, re-represented." I love this quote because it talks about how an image can capture those moments, how a picture can capture times in history, times in our life that we find very important. So, what can we do as photographers on the missions field or in intercultural situations? We can use our camera, we can use our skills, and we can use our passion to be able to reach other people in a new and deeper way, to connect with them, to show them who they are through our eyes, through the eyes of the camera, and then relate that to how God views them as beautiful, worthy, loved. I love photography because it can speak volumes across time and generations, because it can speak across cultures and different languages. An image can show so much. So, if you have any doubts of, I'm a photographer, I'm not really making a difference, I'm not changing someone's life, don't think those things, because that's the opposite of true. Sometimes, if a picture wasn't taken, people wouldn't know about the issue. And if they didn't know about the issue, they wouldn't be able to go, tell, share, or help people. You can make a difference with how you use your camera on the missions field and in other intercultural situations.